Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? I'm coming live to walk you through with the Nifty 50 analysis, and that's a weekly analysis. First of all, I'd like to apologize. Last week I was not well, so I couldn't make the video. So my sincere apologies for that. But I will, try and share my view for what has happened last week on Nifty 50 and give the do the technical chart analysis, and also we will go through some of the key indexes, because it's important. And when I'm recording this video, it's of 20th of March 2022. That's a very important, and it's a week 11 as per what I track, because I always look at the weeks for the year, given that we have 52 weeks in a year. So I just want to make sure every week how we are progressing on that. Okay, so if you are able to hear me, and if you are able to you know see me, and just give a put a thumbs up, or say yes on the chat box, so that at least um, I know that you're able to hear me. Yeah, that'll be great. So we can get started. So first of all, let's start with so let's start with the Nifty analysis. You can see my chart, right? So in here, as you can see here for Nifty, this is a monthly chart. So I always like to start with a monthly chart. And in monthly chart, what the trend we are seeing is important before we progress further. As you can see, this is the October month where it was the top was formed. And then we have, let me just, what I'll do is I'll delete this and get my pen, so that will be much easier. Yeah. So this was the October month, which was there, where we had the top was formed, and then after that we had the following month. This was October, November, December, January, February, and the March. So as you can see here, all those, and there was a bit of indecision, kind of a candle in the month of, let's put some here so we are clear of this. So this is October, November, December, January, and this is February, and this is March. So we have to see the trend has been downwards, and now we have to look at it whether how things are going to shape up, because we looks like we are for now near term bottomed out, but we have to see how it pans out, because we have unknown in terms of how things are going to pan out from the Russia-Ukraine war, because that's uncertainty. But given that market was pricing in the rate hike in US, and most likely that will be the trend followed in India because of the inflation pressures, so the market kind of was expecting it, and there was no such spoiler. So hence there was a big rally last 2 days. So you've seen that last 2 days rally. So let's go back on weekly and see what's the story going on. So what we were tracking as a key number, it's important, and let's track that further, because one was the key level we were tracking about this. So market did close below that for one of the week, which basically signaled that trend was going downwards, because it closed below the swing, right? And then the last 2 weeks has been a good week. If I go back to daily chart, as you can see here, there was a big push up there. But for me, it's important here it stays above this, and the next swing high, which is there, if it closes above this swing, okay, 17,794, then we say the trend could be near-term change, because we still have that. So let's keep that cautious approach, because right now we have to either it goes in the sideways, and we'll see what the next week is in store for us. But most importantly, this is important for us to that it goes above and closes above 17,794, at least from that trend, to see whether we have actually negated this downtrend and we're moving upwards. That's one way of looking at it. And now let's do some Fibonacci analysis and see what is these key levels are. Right. So if I draw this, the market is just tad below. As you can see, this is a key level market rebounded. So market rebounded at 0.236 level and it rebounded very sharply. So it is going to be in the same zone for some time, and before it closes above these key levels, and then we head higher. So that's my analysis for the Nifty, right? And Bank Nifty, what is there? Let's go to the Bank Nifty and see. So same way here in Bank Nifty, this is again a weekly chart of the Bank Nifty, and there was a bit of a reversal here, but the overall trend, if you look at it, it's kind of going sideways, and it broke below this neckline and now reversing. So I think I would want to give some time here, let it settle this week, because at the moment it's over 20 days. The war is still on. There's no likely sort of sign of that closure of this war, so it is still going on. And with all these uncertainties, we want to make sure that we are um, you know being cautious approach. But so far I don't see any risk in this area, so you have to be very selective, stock selective on that, and then on specific sectors which are showing some strengths. What I am doing is every fall I kind of buy into Nifty Bs, and because that's a much better approach rather than being stock selective. And also keep looking at a very hawkeye what my stocks are against the market. If some stocks have broken some of the key levels, it's better to exit and then enter when the it reverses. And also look at the strength from that perspective and see what is the strength which you are looking at each stocks. So you look at the RS level, look at the RSI and RS relative strength for the stock against the Nifty or sector. That's important before you progress well. So with this, I think you'll get a perspective. Let's look at the CNX IT. IT has given a good rebound, and it is on the weekly chart also coming up with a strong rebound. So what we can do is we can look at it relative to the Nifty, what is going on, right? So, and small cap, let me. So what we'll do is we can basically try and see if we can get the Nifty RS level and see what's going on with that. Just another one. So if you look at it, I'll just put a relative strength of 55 days and 123 days, so you get a better perspective. And this is a relative strength against the Nifty. So if I look at it, Bank Nifty as a whole, it is Bank Nifty has been right now slightly performing better than against the Nifty, but it has been going in sideways, and it is from long term it has been giving a negative return than the Nifty. So that's the story of Bank Nifty. But when you look at the metals, which is there a lot of been talk about metals, as you can see, metals are holding strong, both at the 123 day levels it has given outperformance, and also against the 55 days it has given outperformance. So keep an eye on it. And also it is kind of at the moment trying to break all-time highs. So this is a sector where you have to look at your stock pick, because it has been on sideways for some time, and it is definitely performing better. So that's why I put it at the different colors here. and CNX IT is another one. So you look at the CNX IT where it has given, it is underperforming here as well. So it has been a big fall and then it is going on sideways. So you have to take your own stance at the moment. So for last 5 days, if you look at let's look at last 20, 21 days, what's the performance? Yeah. So to get a better perspective from long term and short term. So that's where it is showing you. Small cap, you have to be really, really cautious here because it is right now trying to crawl back up. And from the index point of view, if I look at a weekly analysis, because that will get a better picture for weekly, it is still below the neckline. So it is close above that. So that's great. So swing low here. I want to see some more strength before I can start, putting positions here. So looks like temporary bottom has been made. So that's good. Let's look at the reality one because that's important because everybody's talking about. So reality from last 21 days has been, there was a decent correction, which is good in a way for this index. So now the stock 30% correction from the top has happened after a steep rally. So if you look at the analysis for Nifty, if you have any questions, just put it in the comment box below, so that will be good. And also, if you are new to my channel, if you're liking our content, subscribe so that at least you get more views on this one, and at least you'll get notified as and when I'm coming up with new videos, and you can hit the subscribe button so that way at least you'll get notified. Thank you so much for that, and let's continue with our analysis. So metal is there. Metal is showing outperformance. That's great. Yeah. So far, any other CNX auto? I think let's look at the auto. Yeah, that also is right now not performing against the Nifty. So you have to look at the strong sectors at the moment and continue with the strong sectors. So that's all about the analysis of Nifty and various other sectors. So what is important for us to keep track on? The metal, reality, and Nifty itself, some of the stocks. So, and one thing you have to remember, uncertainty is the best friend for a long-term investor. So please be focused on long-term investing so that you can get the best prices and the stocks which are great stocks and the best prices. So that's important. So please make sure that keep focus on your own stocks, what stocks are really relative to the market not performing. So make sure that you either exit, timely exit, or replace that. Again, this is I'm sharing my view. Please don't take any actions based on my view because it's only for education purposes. If you want to do any buys and sell, do consult with the financial advisor. So that's a disclaimer. Till next week, and I'll be coming up more videos during the week. So do subscribe and hit the notification bell and give a thumbs up so it feeds up to the Google algorithm as well, and it helps our channel to grow. Thank you so much. Bye bye.